envisioning a patient maybe taking an iPhone or a smartphone of some sort and being guided through a process of gathering imagery around, I don't know, a body part or something. I saw this, a bit out on your website. What are some of the challenges you have sort of there, and how do you think about the imagery that you gather? And how do you think about, the consistency of the imagery?
Essentially, our goal was to collect a set of pictures that would be meaningful for doctors to assess the condition of each patient. Because there's a very simple test for any computer vision project. Essentially, if you can train a person to recognize something from pictures, there is very high chance you can train a machine learning model to do that. At the beginning, we took a lot of time to talk with real physicians, orthopedic surgeons, podiatrists, physical therapists, how they do visual examination of their patients, what they are looking for when they look at the people's spine or people's foot, and trying to assess if there are any problems with it, and trying to understand the reason of the pain. And when I'm taking what are the things that they're looking for with their own eyes, I'm talking also about what are the kind of angles of photos you should take to make these symptoms or some signs as visible as possible.
I imagine physicians aren't used to thinking about it from a photography standpoint, right? Because they're usually dealing with the real life 3-dimensional human. They can use touch, they can kind of rearrange them. So tell me a little bit how those conversations went, because you have to sort of anchor them in the sort of lexicon of photography, if you will.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things with orthopedic surgeons. They get used to seeing the people in the office. They refuse to use telehealth services. They always say, "Hey, I need to see the patient." This is the key phrase that we heard. And that's actually why we started the project. We're hey, what if we can make the tool to see the patient without actually seeing the patient? We were asking okay, here's 2 people, here's a couple of people. How would you distinguish, hey, this person have low arch or overpronation, for example, if you talk about foot health issues, or here's a person that doesn't have any problem. It was a little bit easier, to be honest, for me, because I have this kind of health condition. So I have some foot problems, and I was asking them how they assess, how they think, what angles they need to see to actually do some visual examination. And indulging in this process, we understood certain angles that are the best for assessing certain conditions, and how to create an interface that kind of force user to collect the pictures correctly, and at the same time easy enough for users to actually not to be that annoyed.